Hi! I thought I would show you a little cheap, easy, quick way to make some cheese, real cheese crackers, keto style. This is one of those snacks that's real easy to make. You can make it out of any cheese you'd like as long as it is a real cheese. Velveeta doesn't work. At least I've never tried Velveeta. I mean, if you have Velveeta and want to try it, go right ahead. But today I use some deluxe American cheese. Doesn't matter what brand, whatever cheese you like, real cheese. And I just cut it into half, and then in each half into thirds, and then I place them along a piece of parchment paper and put it in the microwave. And you know, one of the snacks that I've always liked was the Whisps, which if you get those, they are real cheese, and I think you can have supposedly 15, maybe it's 23 crackers for, I think, 3 or 4 grams carbohydrates. Well, when you use 2 slices of deluxe American cheese, you generally get around 2 grams of carbohydrates with it, which, you know, I think that's not bad for a snack. And generally that will hold me over for quite some time. Now in the video that I showed where I showed making kind of how I lay them out on the paper, then what they look like coming out, which is tacked on at the end. It just takes a few seconds really to make one, less than under a minute for most people. Now I have been experimenting with my microwave. One of the first videos I saw said about 66 seconds. No, it was 69 seconds, I think. And I ate that. They were pretty brown. They were still edible, taste like cheese, but I didn't like them that brown. So I've been experimenting, and so far, somewhere between 58 to 60 seconds. 60 seconds works for my microwave to get a nice little crunch. And you get these, like this is, you know, 1/6 of a piece of cheese. It's nice and crunchy. And then I can put it in a baggie and save it for later, or I can go ahead and eat it. Like I said, I had lunch about 1 o'clock. Hadn't had anything since last night, 6 o'clock. And found that when I had for lunch, I had 2 of the Johnson smoked, I think it's smoked. It's better with cheddar sausages. Had 2 of those for lunch. And then it's about 3:30 now, so I decided I was not real hungry, but kind of hungry. So I decided to make me some cracker snacks and use 2 pieces of cheese for that. So far I have a total of under 5 grams of carbohydrates for the day. Like I told you before, I do 20 carbohydrates a day. That is the max amount of carbohydrates. Many days I do 0. Which if you are eating meat by itself, generally you can get it. But generally when I have something like hot dogs or smoked cheddar, you know, the cheddar, better with cheddar, I think those are 1 carb each. Sorry folks. They may even be considered less than 1 carb. But I usually count it as a carb because of fillers and things that they put in those. And I did want to tell you, when you start a keto diet, many times you may feel nauseous before you realize what's going on, or feel like you have the flu if you're starting on a keto diet. This is called the keto flu, And many times the way that you can remedy that is to drink some bone broth or even just some broth made out of a beef cube or chicken cube. Generally I use beef just because I enjoy the flavor. It's a nice drink for a change. And that generally helps with that little bit of nausea that you may get. It also will help with the, if you're low on your salt intake and you are getting cramps, because sometimes that happens, and generally it's salt that you're missing. So you need to either up your salt intake a little bit, and a lot of people that are on keto do one of two things. Well, three things. Generally, well, four, actually. They'll have either, a cup of the bone broth with some salt in it, or take a pinch of Himalayan pink salt, put it under the tongue, and generally that takes care of that issue. Or you drink some pickle juice. I don't really like drinking pickle juice. So generally what I will do is I may have a pickle or a couple of hamburger dill pickles, if I'm really feeling that. But like today, the cheese snacks will take care of that salt intake because cheese has so much salt in it. So you can use any flavor of cheese you want. But this is in place of the Whisps, because the Whisps can be expensive. They're about $3.47 or higher at the grocery store. And you can flavor up your chips, any way you want to. Try some different combinations. Have some fun with it. But this is a cheap alternative to buying Whisps for cheese snacks. And like I said, I just thought I would show you how to do that. The only thing you'll need to figure out is how many seconds your microwave so it's not brown. The brown's not bad. If it's too brown, it'll taste burnt. But a little bit of brown still tastes like a regular piece of cheese. So you're still good. But here's the rest of that video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps those of you that are looking at a keto diet and want to see some alternatives for some snacks. I thought today I would show you how to make your own cheese crackers. Normally a lot of people will buy these, and Walmart has them for about $3.47. Other places have them probably close to $4. What I do is I take cheese and I cut it up into small sections. This is 2 pieces of American Deluxe cheese. So this is a total of 2 carbs for me. I'm going to turn them into crackers for a snack. Now what you do is you take parchment paper, you cut it up, whatever size crackers you want, whatever, and then you do something real simple. Spread it out on your parchment paper, then put it in the microwave. Now the microwave is something that's a little bit harder to figure out your time. 60 seconds is usually a good time for my crackers, although sometimes it's a little too much depending on the cheese, and you can use any real cheese to do this. But I'm going to put it in the microwave and then I'll let you see what it looks like afterwards. Now this is what they look like when they come out of the microwave. Now today I tried them for 58 seconds. I've done them before 66, but when I do them for 66, they're a little more brown like this, but they're crackers and they're edible. I have been experimenting with these, and like I said, anywhere from 56 to 66 seconds works. I wanted to try 58 today to get an idea of how much that is. but like this, you can see they just break apart. You have little crackers. I have used cheddar. I have used provolone. I have used Monterey Jack. I've used all kinds. Different cheeses do a different test, but what you do after you take them out of the microwave, you let it rest for a minute or two, and then they're cool enough to pick up, and they just make crunchy little cheese snacks. So there it is, a real simple keto snack. Like I said, it's 2 grams of carbohydrates. That's still within my eating day plan. It is 3:20. I had lunch at about 1 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock I had 2 of the Johnson's, I think it's called Better with Cheddar sausages. I had 2 of those for lunch. Now I'm going to have a snack, and then we'll have dinner about 6:30, which is basically going to be about 3 ounces of steak cooked, and probably a salad today. Or one of my favorite treats, and this one's a little higher on the carbs, but it's worth it. It's where you take a cucumber and slice it up, add some slices of onion, and then put green goddess dressing on it and mix it all through. Makes a great little cucumber salad. So I'll probably have a couple of pieces of that too. But all in all, I think my total carbs for today so far are 5. So I've got plenty of room to add more snacks as the day goes on. Just thought I'd give you that little tip on the keto crackers. The Whisps are kind of expensive, and this is a really neat alternative, and you can use just about any cheese that's real cheese. I don't think Velveeta will work, but you could try it.